On our first story, the Kingdom of Eswatini has achieved global recognition as the Central Bank of Eswatini's 50th Malangeni anniversary banknote has won the prestigious Best New Commemorative Banknote Award. Now, the highly coveted award was presented on Tuesday evening in Basel, Switzerland, during the Reconnaissance High Security Printing Europe Middle East Africa Region Conference, which is a leading forum for the most innovative and secure document technologies globally. The governor of the Central Bank of Eswatini, Dr. Mnisi, says this achievement is a testament to the bank's commitment to excellence and innovation in the field of currency design and security.
His Majesty King Mswati III unveiled the winning commemorative 50 Emalangeni banknote on the 10th of May 2024, when the central bank celebrated its 50th Golden Jubilee. On the same day, His Majesty also launched the 50th anniversary non-circulating commemorative coin, which also won a global award last year in Portugal. The commemorative banknote started circulating in September 2024 and celebrates Eswatini's economic achievements over the past 5 decades. It highlights the nation's cultural rich heritage, environmental beauty, tourism, technological innovations, and infrastructural achievements of Eswatini. For the printing of this anniversary currency, the Central Bank of Eswatini partnered with GND, Geiseke Devrient, who provided a sustainable banknote that minimizes the environmental footprint of currency production. The unique banknote is crafted from a blend of organic cotton and certified cellulose sourced from sustainable forestry, and it is therefore a green banknote. The 50 commemorative banknote printed by GND celebrates the Eswatini cultural heritage, its environmental assets, and the significant strides we have made in finance, technology, and infrastructure. The banknote is part of the bank's commitment to sustainability and environmental responsibility, aligning with the Environment, Social, and Governance (ESG) protocol, and it also aligns with the bank's strategic initiative of greening the central bank. This award represents legacy, not just for the central bank, but for the entire Kingdom of Eswatini. The Central Bank of Eswatini wishes to express deep gratitude to their majesties, government, and the nation at large for their continued support, counsel, and guidance as we implement the bank's mandate as provided for in our statutes. Issuance and redemption of currency is one of the core mandates of the central bank. And from time to time, we renew the features of the notes to ensure that they remain high security. And with time, and especially with issues of the environment, climate change, we are beginning to adapt the notes so that they are environmentally friendly and climate change compliant. So this to us is critical in terms of the strategic direction. So the note has to speak or is speaking to how the central bank is contributing in the carbon footprint protection of the country. So that is very key. Now, in terms of how it benefits the nation, with a high quality note of this standard, it stays longer in the hands of the people, which means your note in your hand remains protected in terms of the high quality security features, and secondly, it does not deteriorate much quicker. That contributes to the economic activity of the country. It's a quite technical, we call it the value of seigniorage. In other words, the longer the note stays in the hands of the people, the more bolstered is our economic contribution.
The governor of the Central Bank of Eswatini says 8% reduced tariff hike will play a significant role in cushioning inflation, as which will be at lesser impact compared to the initial 14.67%. The governor explains about some of the things that are considered during the monetary policy formulation.
The Central Bank of Eswatini revised the inflation forecast to 5.25% from a previous 4.87% in its inflation forecast released on Tuesday. Given the upward revision in the inflation outlook, we asked the Governor, Dr. Phil Mnisi, on the projected monetary policy path.
Looking at the indicators, I am delighted with the announcement of the electricity increase. At the figure of almost 15% was certainly going to fuel inflation quite aggressively. I'm not saying that at the 8% it's not going to do so, but it will be at a lesser impact. The revised inflation outlook, it's not the only measure or indicator we use for policy formulation, but it is a contributor. We are not inflation targeting as a bank and as part of our monetary policy, but we look at the increases in prices, we look at financial stability, credit to the private sector, growth in non-performing loans, regional geopolitical issues. So it is an aggregated macro economic barometer that we look at that will inform the policy. At the moment, we have got an accommodative monetary policy. We kept the interest rates low. We are maintaining a 50% differential from South Africa. So I will not necessarily say the inflation outlook is suggesting otherwise, but it will be looked contextually. But for now, the about 50 basis points increase from the previous outlook is well justified, looking especially on increases in administered prices, mainly increases in water, increases in electricity, and any other energy input into the inflation basket.
With the revised inflation, the bank cited the United States' change in trade policies posing risks to exchange rates and oil prices as one of the reasons for the revision. For Market View, Nelson Dlangamandla, Vominkosi Nzinisa, Mbabane.
That is how we end our business news segment. We will go for a net break. When we return, we look at our Enterprise Watch segment.
Be sure to catch Business Watch every